What's up guys, how's it going and welcome to the Minute channel. Today I bring a discussion video here, a little bit of a different kind of stuff, although we are going to be continuing talking about Shin Megami Tensei V probably for the next few weeks. Today's video is going to be more dedicated regarding how I feel about Shin Megami Tensei V compared to other SMT games. So if you guys probably seen a bunch of reviews already, a lot of comparisons between Persona, or a lot of comparisons between other games, a lot of JRPGs and so on and so forth. But I just want to kind of express my feelings, how I feel about this game compared to the other games, particularly other mainline games like SMT1 or SMT3 or SMT4, which is some of the games that I played, as well as things like Strange Journey, Soul Hackers, and so on and so forth. So you get the gist of it. No spoilers or anything here, just kind of want to mention that out just in case you're worried about that or anything. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. And really just kind of straight feelings here. I actually didn't know what direction this game was gonna take into. I don't mean it in like a bad way or anything like that, but I was a bit concerned as far as what direction this game was going into, because of the kind of the trailers that they showed and everything like that. Although I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm not gonna like it, I was still kind of confused on what way we're gonna do with the story, the characters, the gameplay. You know, there was a little, sometimes when you look at trailers and you look at them, you kind of get the wrong impression of it. And again, I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm not saying I was worried this was gonna be a bad game or anything, but I didn't know what direction this was gonna take into. But I was really surprised and actually very happy to see that this game really did take. It really feels like a Shin Megami Tensei games, like in other different ways, and I don't mean it just in like a, oh, it's a Megaten game. So of course, I mean, it's in the fucking name, right? I mean, like, it really does have so much of makes Shin Megami Tensei games one of my favorite franchises, from like the gameplay to like the storytelling, the choice and consequence, you know, what it is, the law, chaos, neutral endings, that kind of stuff. It really just, it took things and ideas from previous games. I don't mean just mainline, but pretty much a lot of different games in the series, and they kind of just did their own thing with it. And I really did appreciate it because it also actually works well with things like the art direction or the music. It's just such a well-crafted masterpiece, if you want to say it like that. It does feel like it's its own thing, and it's not trying to be Shin Megami Tensei 3. I think that was the concern for a lot of people, that this game was gonna be a Megaten 3 ripoff, or it was just gonna be like a rehash of that game. Some other people thought that this was gonna be like Persona or something like that, but really at the end of the day, this game took the ideas and some concepts from other Shin Megami Tensei games. I just kind of ran with it. For example, it does have a lot of the DNA from Shin Megami Tensei 3. Obviously, it has the same director, but besides that, it does have its own ideas. It does have its own way to, like, the way that the storytelling is worked. Although it is similar to SMT3, it does have its own ideas, its own character direction. It really does feel like, although you are in a similar world as first at the beginning as in Nocturne, it does try its own thing, and I really did appreciate how much they tried to make it not like SMT3. Although it is one of my favorite games, Nocturne, it does feel different. It does try to be its own thing. It's not just trying to be Shin Megami Tensei 3, 2 or something like that. There are some references obviously for Shin Megami Tensei 3, but I was also surprised how much of Megaten 4 it had. Like Shin Megami Tensei 4, it just had a lot of the stuff, especially when it comes to things like the UI, a lot of the gameplay mechanics, where really stuff from that work well on Shin Megami Tensei 4, but they also added some new spice to it, things like the miracles or the essence, that kind of stuff. That really felt like they took Shin Megami Tensei 3 and Shin Megami Tensei 4 and kind of combined the two of them. I know some other games, like in drawing a blank here, like in Soul Hackers, it works in a similar manner. You have Strange Journey as well, that has its own kind of stuff when it comes to like the alignment and everything. And I just feel like they did such an interesting way, because it does feel like you can see where they took ideas from different Shin Megami Tensei games and put them into the game. And at the end of the day, it feels like such a satisfying combination between games. It doesn't feel like a ripoff. It doesn't seem like it's trying to be another thing. It really just feels like its own entity. it feels like it's really just a combination of different things, and you can tell what the stuff comes from. You can see the UI comes from a particular game. It comes where a certain gameplay style comes from. Certain story bits feel like like, and you can really see where they come from, but it does make it their own. It does feel like they found a good balance between everything that they kind of put together, and it just left me so satisfied. It left me just wanting more of it. Like, that's exactly why I played this game 3 times almost this time around, and I just been just kind of grinding through it, playing through it again, because it just left me such a good impression with the game. I expected this game to be something else, and it is something else, and what it is a game that I am extremely satisfied with. I will say that this is probably gonna be it is my game of the year. I don't think I'm gonna play another game that is gonna be in the same league as this one, and I am extremely happy for everything about it. I know I mentioned before that I was gonna do finally gonna evaluate my tier ranking for the Shin Megami Tensei games, and this is coming pretty soon. I'm just kind of happy to work through things and everything, but I am extremely happy to talk about this game, and I want to hear your feelings. What do you think about this? How does this game compare to other Shin Megami Tensei games? How does this game compare yourself? Well, what do you think about this awesome game? Because I personally was super happy how the game turned out, and I really did enjoy it even more than I thought I was going to, especially with the trailers and everything. I was interested in what direction they were going to take, and it definitely went in a direction that I didn't expect it to go, but I was still extremely satisfied and extremely happy with the game. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this, guys. Let me know in the comments down below your opinions and feelings about this, because I am interested on. And again, like, subscribe, and everything else, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.